In Kentucky, there's always bluegrass music in the air. But lately, the sweet twanging of the banjo and mandolin have had to compete with another sound.
They don't even understand the question because they want to know how I'm going to create jobs. You will create jobs if we get out of the way.
Political rallies. Senator Jim Bunning is retiring, and there are competitive Democratic and Republican primaries on May 18th to decide the nominees to succeed him. In the Republican primary, the two candidates are miles apart in both style and substance. The chasm begins at their shoes. Ophthalmologist Rand Paul, the upstart embracing the outsider label, wears well-used brown lace-ups that resemble bowling shoes. Secretary of State Trey Grayson, the preferred choice of party leaders, wears more formal black wingtips. Paul's support has been fueled by the Tea Party phenomenon. He says if he wins, it will be the first true victory for the nascent movement. Grayson allies argue that Paul can hardly be considered the outsider in the race, given his political pedigree. Paul is the son of Texas Congressman Ron Paul and has used his father's national fundraising network to his advantage. Grayson is also working to paint Paul as being too far out of the mainstream. But in interviews with Republicans throughout the state, Roll Call found little evidence thus far that his effort is gaining traction. Paul's message that Grayson is the pick of party bosses seems to be resonating. Grayson, the one-time frontrunner, trails by double-digit margins in most polls. While the Republican primary has garnered the most national attention, Democrats also have a hotly contested race for the Senate nomination. Most of the party establishment has lined up behind State Attorney General Jack Conway. He is battling Lieutenant Governor Daniel Mongiardo to be the Democratic nominee. Polls show the race is essentially a dead heat. On a recent weekend, Conway and Mongiardo descended on the mountains of eastern Kentucky for the Hillbilly Days Festival in Pikeville. They didn't come for the fried food. They came to pay their respects to coal and to the men and women who dig it out of the ground. This is Mongiardo's home turf, and the eastern part of the state is a heavily Democratic region that will play an important part in deciding the party's nominee. But one issue that wasn't addressed in the speeches was Mongiardo's endorsement of then-Senator Barack Obama in 2008. Obama is not a popular figure here, and neither is his support for a cap-and-trade initiative. Will Mongiardo's ties to the region trump his previous support for the president, or will Conway's establishment support push him to victory on May 18th? At this point, it's anyone's guess.